Welcome everyone to the State of the Game for the 18th of, it's May. Yes. May 2017, I know the year. Firstly, thank you, Tony, for that host. That's really nice of you. We know the news we're going to talk about today. You can see it down below. 1.6.1.
It's always kind of spoiling the whole thing, you know?
I know, but I like that people that are just like, I need to know this, this, and this.
Yeah, all right.
Don't care about you guys being so cringe. Now I'm going to go. Yeah, Tuesday is the 23rd.
Yeah.
And that's when we're dropping 1.6.1.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're not excited.
And that's when we're doing the ETF as well. So it's like Tuesday is going to be fun, or when we're starting the ETF. So
this guy.
It's going to be fun.
You okay?
What? Yeah. Why?
I just.
No. So yes, 1.6.1 scheduled for release next Tuesday. So far, everything is on track. Of course, we're never 100% safe. There might still always be something in the last minute, but it's very, very likely. We're 99% sure that it's going to be released this Tuesday, so in 4 days. So the patch notes for update 1.6.1 are coming. We are finalizing them now. They will be released on Monday. The reason why we're waiting is that there are a few final changes that are coming in there. So there are a few final bug fixes and server-side fixes that took place after the PTS 3. So we're adding all of that to the patch notes, and we'll be publishing them on Monday.
Great. What are the topics that we'll be covering there with the peeps?
So basically the theme of this ETF, and that's very important for everybody to understand because we don't want you guys to have a wrong understanding of what we're going to do there. The theme is the whole year 2. It's the whole year 2, everything that we're going to do there. So that means it covers update 1.7, update 1.8, and also other like quality updates, like we did 1.6.1, we may do a 1.8.1 or these kind of things.
Okay, cool.
So it's going to be covering not only 1.7 and 1.8, but also potential other things we could do outside of these 2 updates. Why this is important? Because a lot of the things we're going to discuss, because obviously 1.7 is already pretty advanced in terms of development, and we'll be talking about that one very soon. So a lot of the discussions we're going to have with the ETF, we're going to talk about 1.7 and have them, test it, and we'll tweak things based on their feedback and all of that. But a lot of the discussions and the things we're going to agree with them are not going to be implemented before 1.8.
That is true.
It's very important to understand. Therefore, the good thing is that with the timeline and the way we approach it, that gives us a lot of time between the ETF and 1.8, which means that the discussions we're having now have way more chances of actually having an impact on 1.8 because it's early enough, so we can actually...
That's one of the things we've learned from previous ETFs. I mean, while those ETFs came a little bit close to the update that was afterwards, and we had to wait until later to implement some things. With this, that's not going to be really a problem, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, that was the case mostly with the second ETF Bravo with update 1.6, but also because there was the Christmas time in between, so that was hard to fit everything. But now we're good, so that's going to be interesting. What are they going to do? So one thing with this ETF is that we want to be a bit more transparent with you guys on what's going to happen there, so we can talk about that. So now we can tell you what they're going to do is there's going to be a mix of discussion and gameplay. So they will be testing update 1.7, what we have of update 1.7. It's not finished yet, but they will get to test. We talked about 1.7 having our take on seasons, which are now called global events, I think. Okay. And feats, which are called commendations. I forgot. We are still going through the names and finding the official names for this. Yeah. But they will get to test that because that is already pretty advanced also in development. So they will get to test it and give us feedback, and we'll build on it based on what they think. There will be some stuff that they can test from 1.8 already, which is interesting. But again, 1.8 there are a lot of open doors for changes and new things being added depending on the discussions we will have with them. And then yes, a lot of discussions, workshops, debates over specific topics. Some of them will be, for example, I wrote down a few of them. Cool. Sorry, I need my notes. I don't have all of them in mind, but yeah, stuff like gear sets, exotics, balancing, or existing one. How do we balance them? Stuff. Probably we'll talk about ninja backpacks or Deadeye and this kind of stuff.
When you say these things in particular, I saw someone in chat before asking Is there a possibility for new weapons to be added or that sort of thing? Is that on the table?
Yeah, that's gonna be discussed as well. Okay. We want to talk about PvP, about the dark zone, about the rogue mechanics, all these kind of things. These are some discussions that we had already with the second ETF, with ETF Bravo. There are some changes that are some workshops we did with ETF Bravo. The results of which have not yet been implemented in the game. Yeah. So that's things we want to keep the discussion going with this ETF as well. DLC improvements, underground survival, last stand. How can we improve these and like make them cooler? World tier and gear score increase. Is that a good idea? Is that not? This also is a discussion we want to have. And also one of the things we want to do is also keep an open door for their topics. So we're actually having time in this agenda where they will get to decide what they want to talk about.
I think that's important.
It's not just us saying, hey, here are the things we want to talk about. It's also, okay, what do you want to bring to us?
See you on the forums next week. And then after that, we'll deal with that when we get to it. All right, that's going to be it. All right, see you guys.
All right, see you.
You're still here. It's over. Go home. What are you expecting? Sam Jackson show up with an eye patch and a saucy little leather